Thank you so much. I think we'll just move and cut your birthday cake. Chivanyoko will preside as we move there. And Professor Anya can join us. Okay. General Mobolaji Johnson and Chief, we can come here. Okay. Okay. And Chief Kola Jamodu and Chivanyoko can then take over and.
Well, before the cutting of the cake, we've heard from Chief Oluwakinkube, General Danjuma's performance in boardrooms. And we've heard from the tribute lots of things said about General Danjuma. I suppose that I could speak in terms of General Danjuma's contribution to making us proud in this country, outside this country. When his when the tribute was paid to him, you would have noticed that in 1970-71, he was the president, that was the term they used, of the court-martial in Trinidad and Tobago. And if I may tell you a story that I don't think I've ever told him. When in 1970, there was an attempted coup d'etat in Trinidad and Tobago. And the attempted coup d'etat had split the Trinidad and Tobago army right through the middle. I happened to be there from the Commonwealth Secretariat, discussed with the Prime Minister and the Attorney General Carl Hudson Phillips. The Prime Minister then was Dr. Eric Williams, the need for a court-martial. But it was clear that the court-martial could not be constituted from within Trinidad and Tobago. So the Prime Minister, the Attorney General, and I agreed that there should be a Commonwealth court-martial. And the countries from which the members of the court-martial would be drawn were Nigeria, Canada, Jamaica, Guyana, Ghana, Singapore. And I was given the task of finding the president of the court-martial. I called our then ambassador in New York, ambassador to United Nations, Edwin Ogbu, and I said to him, can you please recommend to the Commonwealth Secretariat a Nigerian soldier of the rank of a colonel who is immensely bright, who is very disciplined, and who was a little bit of an introvert. And the reason why I said that was that Trinidad and Tobago is a country that loves parties. They call them fetes. And my fear was that if we had a Nigerian president of the court-martial who loved parties, the chances of his being compromised would be many. And so Edwin Ogbu said I should give him 2 days. I gave him 2 days, and the second day he called me and said there was a Colonel Theophilus Danjuma who met all the precautions. He said he was immensely bright. I had not met him. Ogbu told me that this colonel was immensely bright, very disciplined, and would not be a party-going man. So I said that was it. And the court-martial, I think, lasted for about 3 months. Or 6 months, yeah, 6 months. And when, at the end of it, he was returning to Nigeria, he graciously telephoned me in London to say that he'd like us to meet. And I told him that my family and I were holidaying. It was over Easter period. We were holidaying in Holland. And he said, well, he will route himself through Holland. And he routed himself through Holland, and we met in Holland. And we have remained friends ever since. So I said he gave us cause for pride, because both the Prime Minister and the Attorney General called the Secretary General to tell him that the President of the Court-Martial behaved impeccably. And so, General T.Y., it's an enormous pleasure and privilege for me to be here to join Patu Tomi and the Center in paying tribute to you and celebrating your 80th birthday. I am now well over 80, so I can say that you are coming up, and I would wish you many, many, many returns of this 80th birthday. So may I now, ladies and gentlemen, invite the Chipolu. I think you probably join them too. Put your hand there. And I will count 3, at the end of which the knife will go down. 1, 2, and 3. He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us. And so say all of us. So say all of us. For he is a jolly good fellow. For he is a jolly good fellow. For he is a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us. Hip, hip, hip. Hooray. Hip, hip, hip. Hooray. And hip, hip, hip. Hooray. That's all.